Welcome, everyone. We're here with the National Black Business Month interview series. We are here with Bree. She is here to tell us a little bit more about her business, how she got started, and her overall entrepreneurship journey. So, Bree, you can just start with telling us a little bit about yourself for those that do not know you.
All right. Hello, everyone. Again, I am Bree. So a little bit about me. I'm a recent college graduate. So I just graduated from North Carolina A&T State University with my bachelor's in bioengineering. I've always been like into like the sciences, like biology, just concerned about the body, things like that. And as I got older, I started doing more like personal research on how the body works. And once I learned about the different types of ingredients that people incorporate into like store bought products, I started doing my research on more natural things. And that's kind of how Bene Beauty by Brie came about.
So, how you say is Beanie Beauty by Bree?
It's Benny, like
Benny.
Beny. That's how you pronounce it. Yes.
Benny Beauty by Bree. So, how did you come up with the name? Is there an origin story of how you came up with the name, or was it something close to you?
Yeah, so it's kind of like Benny is basically short for the word benefit. So all my products are like all natural, and like I said, I do research on what I incorporate in them. So I wanted it to be like beauty with benefits. So I just shorted
Right.
benefits to Benny, and then yeah, Beauty by
I
Brie.
love that. I love that. So,
Thank you.
what actually was there a pivotal moment that jump started your journey?
When I was like 17, this was probably like 5 years ago. I was on YouTube just looking up like natural hair videos, and it was this one YouTuber. She posted this video about this popular like hair gel, and she was going through it like she said it gave her like a rash, it made her eyes water, stuff like that. And she
Wow.
started reading the ingredients and like researching what all that stuff was doing. And one of the things that she mentioned was that specific hair gel caused eczema. And I had just recently started using that hair gel, and I just recently started experiencing eczema, and I had never happened
Right.
before. So I was like, maybe this isn't good for me. So I literally went to my bathroom and took like every product off my shelf and just started researching like, what is this? What does it do? What is this? What does it do? And it all came up as basically being trash.
Right.
So I started making my own products, but I was also trying to tell other people about it too. But everybody was like, oh, I don't know what to use. I don't know what to use. So I just started selling my own products.
Tell us a little bit about your early days, like how you prior to you, maybe if you do expos or vendors, like how did you first start out?
So everything I do make at home. I still make everything at home in my kitchen. So that's definitely one thing. I'm still working out of my home. I would go on like YouTube or Google and search for like vendors for like shea butter, like shea butter bulk
Right.
vendors or like oil vendors, stuff like that until I, excuse me, found like some sources that seem reliable. And of course, I try like a small quantity and then just, try to make my stuff. And then as I was doing that, like I have like friends and brothers and stuff, like as I make stuff, I would have them test it out for me, give me feedback if I need to make any changes and things like that. I would do that. Um, for now, this technically isn't my first business. Like the first one I had, I was taking orders through DMs. I was just making lip gloss at that time. But for Bene Beauty by Brie, I started off with a website. So I went through Shopify. I did like the free trial. I started my business also in 2020, so they had like a 3 month free trial. So I got to build my
Yes,
website,
right.
and I wouldn't. Yeah, I didn't have to pay for it for 3 months. But yeah, so I have a website now. But everything just started off with me like slowly, just searching around and ordering little quantities, stuff like that. Having people I know test it for me, things like that.
You made really good points. Being someone that makes different like body products that people actually use, it is very important that you know to test it on other people
Yes.
prior to actually just putting it out there. So, was it what led you to that technique of testing it to help people? Was it you're already learning about that bad experience that someone else had that made you start your business, or was that just of something that you knew I should just test it prior to putting it out there? Like, how did you get to that process of I should test it prior to?
So half of it was from school. Like I'm a bioengineering student, so we learned the engineering process. Part of that is to test. You have to test it. So part of that came from school, but the other part was like I was mentioning before. I had like another business before this that kind of failed. I was making lip gloss, but I wasn't testing it. Like I was literally just making it like sell it, sell it, sell it. And then, people that bought, it's like they typically only bought one time and they never came back. So I actually had like a friend actually tell me like, hey, this is some stuff I think you need to fix and blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay, this time around I know I probably should be testing it out before I sell it so that I'm not, giving people subpar products, probably ruining a consistent customer.
That's a very good point that you made. So with that, you just spoke about a big lesson that you learned of testing products prior to putting it out there. So that might be one big lesson that you learned, but what is another big lesson that you've learned since being in business?
Um, so one thing is would definitely be to stay authentic, regardless of whatever you're doing. Like one thing that I would say I struggle with is like the social media marketing aspect of it, because everything today is like based on trends.
Yes.
I hate trends with my entire being.
Yes.
Like I hate them. And like I've been feeling pressure sometimes to like, well, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should use that trending audio or that trending da 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 to get more people to see my stuff. But it's like even when I do try to do that, like I don't really get the results I want. And I started noticing that when I do post authentic things, I have more people interact with my stuff. More people are following me. More people are commenting. So I would just say to like one of the biggest lessons to be authentic, because nothing is going to attract my crowd, my tribe more than my authentic self.
Shifting a little bit, what do you dislike about being in business, if there is anything?
Um, I think that would be it. The social media thing, because it's kind of hard to get in like a physical front when you still starting off. Like I'm coming up on my second business anniversary, but I'm still new. So like I'm not making so much to where I can rent out this space or rent out this that space. So I kind of have to use social media as like my primary form of marketing. But like I said, like everything is trend based and it just doesn't even feel like real to me. Like I don't like having to do stuff just because everybody else thinks it's popular right now. Like that's like I want to say probably the only thing that I dislike about it right now is that.
I would definitely agree with that. So being you said that you graduated from North Carolina A&T. I'm also an Aggie. I graduated in 2021.
Oh,
Yeah, so we are both Aggie. So shout out to
yes.
Aggie Pride, the illustrious North Carolina A&T. So being a student and being a business owner can be very complex. So what is the journey like of being a business owner while being a student while having a full-time social life, if you're trying to do that? Like speak on the journey. How do you manage just the balance of it all?
um, so I had to really like hammer into my head that I have to manage my time wisely, because as I was like first starting with my business, I was like, I was kind of like, I want to say lazy, but like if I had class at 12, I wouldn't get up till like 11:50. And it's like if you trying to do stuff like that and then you trying to fulfill orders, you trying to get, register for pop-up shops and stuff like that, plus have a social life, plus maintain my mental health, like that wasn't working out.
Right.
So I really just had to get my time management skills together. So I started getting up early, like 7, 8 a.m. That way I could give myself time to actually wake up before I just jump into work or jump into class or jump into, talking to other people. Like I had to give myself time to figure out, what worked for me. And just, setting aside certain hours, like, okay, from this time to this time, I'm gonna work on my homework, I'm gonna work on my classwork. And then once I'm done with that, I take like an hour to myself. Then I'll take a couple more hours to work on my business and stuff like that. So I really just had to get my time management together. And once I did that, it worked out for me.
You are right. I'm still working on time management. Time management is key. So tell us a little bit about your favorite product. If we were to go try to shop now, what is your favorite product currently offered on your shop? And tell us a little bit about how you came up with it. What's the inspo behind it?
So my favorite product.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
It's fine. I think I'm gonna say our sweet vanilla body butter is
Okay.
my favorite. So our creamy shea body butter, that's like an unscented one. that was like, that's still to this day one of our best sellers. But it was like, I'm kind of using my business as like a creative outlet in addition to like, generate a revenue for me. So something I always imagined was like me just walking around smelling like vanilla. Like that just that was just like a really good thing. I'm like, yeah. So it took a lot of trials. Like the very first time I made a vanilla body butter, it was not good, and I had to throw out a whole batch. Like it hurt me a lot, but yeah, that's definitely my favorite product, and that's also one of our most popular ones. And that kind of like encouraged me to start spending on making like matching sets and things like that. And I feel like that's one of the things that distinguishes my brand from other natural brands, is that it's still got like a beauty aspect to it without, toxic ingredients. So that's definitely one of my favorite products.
I love you talking about the process. So without you giving away too much of your sauce, please talk a little bit about how you even learn how to make your own product, so that maybe someone else that has an idea but don't know where to start. Like, what was your very first step? And this is what I want to do. This is how I could do it.
So first I had to determine like what is it that I want this product to do for me. So the best example I would say is for our beard oil. It's called Black Magic Beard Oil. So I knew that I wanted to make a beard oil that would help people that might have acne on their face right here, that's going to stimulate their blood flow, because I learned through research that healthy blood circulation helps with hair growth. I wanted something that was going to keep the hair moisturized, protected from sun damage, things like that. So first I had to figure out what is it that I want this product to do. Then I go and just look up on Google like products that help with blood circulation. Or I mean not products, like oils or like butters that help with blood circulation, oils or butters that help with hair moisturizing, things like that. And then I would kind of just trial and error, just throw stuff together, trial and error, and then I would have like my brothers and my friends like try it out for me, give me feedback, and I would update it. And then once I got like a go, then I would release it.
Where do you see your business in 5 years? If you have a vision, where do you want to see you guys go?
In 5 years, so I definitely want like a warehouse to be working out of. So I definitely see that. 5 years, I would say, because I want like a couple storefronts. So
I
in
believe
5 years,
that.
I would say, yeah, I would at least have like one of my like desired storefronts up running. It's busy, it's getting a lot of traffic, it's doing a lot of stuff. I want my storefront to be very community involved. So like pop-up shops have really been helping me. So I want to be the one hosting like pop-up shops regularly, or having creative classes at my storefront and things like that. And traveling to different events across the country, things like that. So really like warehouse, storefront, and just expansion. That's where I see us in 5 years.
Breaking news. So we have a quarterly scholarship that we give to businesses. It's called the
Mm.
Black Business Scholarship, presented by TheBlack.Blog. So we give the scholarship out to businesses who we feel like are making a difference. It's run on a nomination system, so people are able to nominate businesses. So the breaking news is all the businesses in the series are automatically entered for the scholarship. So you have a
Oh,
chance of potentially winning the scholarship. So what would you do if you were to win it? How would you use it for your business?
um,
Sorry to put you on the
so
spot again.
first, I would be trying to get into as many in-person events around me as possible. That's number one. And I would mainly use it for so in-person events. I would update like I want to just update the look of my brand, the quality. Like everything is high quality as far as ingredients, but it's always room for improvement when it comes to
Right.
packaging, labels, things like that. But I would mainly want to focus on like advertising so that I can get to more people. Because one of the things that I'm really like focused on is overall health. Like we sell body care products, but we just recently dropped a plant based eating cookbook. We're doing like weekly wellness blogs and YouTube videos, stuff like that, to help promote overall health. So if I can, pay for ads to get that type of information in front of as many people as I can, that would definitely be one of the main places I would put that towards.
That's all I have. Let us know where we can find you if people want to shop.
All right, so we kind of a little bit everywhere right now.
Okay.
So We have our website, which is
Okay.
BeneBeautyByBree.com.
Okay.
Then we also have an Etsy shop. So that's also Bene Beauty by Bree, no spaces. Um, we have a Myria shop. That's like it's like an Amazon, but it's all Black owned businesses. So we have a
Um,
Myria shop. You can search Bene Beauty by Bree on there. We have an Instagram at Bene Beauty by Bree. We got a Twitter at Bene Beauty by Bree. We got TikTok at
and
Bene Beauty by Bree. And then our YouTube channel is called Care Embodied. I
okay.
think I got everything. I think that's everything.
So if we want to find you, we can go to Bene Beauty by Bree pretty much everywhere.